you in here, buddy?
I am here.
All right. Go ahead and kick us off, my friend.
How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Are you guys ready? It's Wednesday, right? It's hump day. Hopefully, you've been humping all week and it's smooth sailing the rest of the week, and you got everything built up. And there you go. So, we have a very special guest right now, just to let you know. He actually started this company and he just got back from Africa. You know, what do most people do when they become financially independent? Maybe they golf or they travel. No, this guy, he just starts international children's charities and helps kids all around the world. And I want to make sure that he got a chance to say what's up to everybody and tell you about all the cool stuff that's going on, not only with him personally, but what's coming up in the not too distant future here in Better. So I'm going to give the floor to the newly landed Mr. Jeff Levitan coming from Uganda.
Hey, thanks a lot, Dan, and thanks everybody. I hope if you happen to follow me on social media, you'll see I'll post a lot more now that I'm here and actually have working internet. When you're on the Nile River, sometimes the internet's not working so well in those parts of the world. But a couple things. Number one, I did just get back this morning, a few hours ago, from about a 21-hour flight. Coming from the other side of the planet. I'm happy to be back. I love being there though. But every time I get back to these United States, I kiss the ground that we land the airplanes on. And when I get home, I can't. I enjoy all the modern day conveniences, and I will tell you all. Just once again, I spent a whole bunch of time out there with I got there's a pretty large orphanage there. 60. We're at 63 kids right now that are orphans staying there. We sponsored a pizza party and a pool party and spent time with them and got them more books and things for their education. They have nothing, but they have a lot of joy. And then we look at our kids here. Sometimes they got everything, and they aren't always so excited. So, I will always remind you when it comes down to having a better life, the better life, if make sure you have stuff that your stuff doesn't have you. A lot of people spend money they don't have on things they don't need to impress people that don't care much about them. And they get themselves in the debt and they get so far behind. And it's not the way to live. The way to live is to make sure you're doing the things that make you happy, that you're making a difference in people's lives, and realize that most of your joy is going to come from inside, not outside things. So I met people there that the average wage still out there is about $1.50 a day. So there's people working in 95-degree weather all day long for about $1.50. The kids that go to school, even our school, this is school everywhere, 6 days a week, not 5 days a week. They don't go to school. By the way, I'm going to do a post. I interviewed 4 of the kids that are going to high school next year. And I was shocked because in this interview, when I interviewed them, they get up at like 4:30 in the morning. And you think, well, if they get up and get started at 4:30, they're probably done at noon or 1. No, they're done at 7 or 8 at night. And then they're up again at 4:30 the next day, 6 days a week. So they work hard. They're all they want. You know what they want? They want an opportunity to be able to advance themselves. They want an opportunity to be able to study, to be able to learn. And so anyway, I go out to Africa usually a couple times a year and have been going for 20 years just to get usually whoever's controlling the call. You might want to mute yourselves if you would. Thank you. Anyway, I get so much appreciation. I always get grounded. Everyone wants to buy sheets to get grounded here in America, or buy sheets or mattresses or clothing or whatever, however you get grounded. I get grounded by going to Africa and seeing how most of the planet lives and getting home and appreciating what I have even more so. So anyway, glad to be with you all. We're doing great things at Better. We've got such big things coming up. We have a whole change in business strategy coming up next Monday. You're going to hear glimpses of it today. We can't wait any longer. We got to unveil this stuff. We're making some shifts in where we're going. We're 2 years in. We've paid out millions of dollars to the field. The platform's been completely free up till now, but also with being free, we haven't always had the best tools, the best tracking, all the things that we do. We haven't been able to service you the way we want to. So we've paid millions out to the field. We just sent 600 stock certificates out to people. Many of you have got them. Some of them got mixed up and went to the wrong addresses. We are addressing that, by the way, and we'll get you your certificates. But right now, as you are on this call, you're earning stock this year too. This is going to be a field-owned operation. And so I'm proud to be sharing this with you. I'm building it for all of us, not for myself. And so we're going to create some opportunities coming up for you. You're going to hear about on Monday, where you have an opportunity to get a lot more serious about this business and be one of the ones that makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year here, or be the one who earns a bunch more ownership in stock and helps a lot more businesses and individuals. So I just wanted to tee it up a little bit for you today. We'll give you the details Monday. Curtis, I don't know what time the call is set for Monday, but certainly it'll be on all of our schedules.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll make sure to tee that up for everyone as well.
So look, everyone, we sometimes you get inundated. We're working on not spamming you so much with advertisements on trainings and things like that. But we are going to hit you up a little bit about Monday, because we're having some fundamental changes. We're going to give you a chance to invest a little bit more. We're going to give you a chance to invest a little bit more in your business and in yourself, and taking this thing to the next level. So I want you to realize that you're going to get that opportunity on Monday to find out more details on that. So anyhow, with that, I'm going to introduce, we got our Chief Marketing Officer, Dan Ebert, our Chief Strategy Officer, Curtis Johnson, and I'm going to turn it over to them. My body still doesn't know what time zone I'm in, but I'm glad to be with you today. I'm going to throw this back over to my man. I see Dan on the screen. So yeah, Vicky, let's get the time for Monday.
Yes, definitely.
Several times
Beautiful.
on this call.
Yes, yeah. and we'll post all the links. We'll throw everything in about 100 times. So yeah, you'll be hard pressed to forget it by the end of this call. So thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate.
Well, and by the way, it's not just you remembering. We are going to call you. It's a little call to arms for Monday. This is also us asking you to take a little bit of time now and call out to everyone you introduced to this company and get them all on Monday too. We want to have a very high attendance for some of these fundamental shifts that we're having to take this business to the next level. See, now that I've got stock in many of your hands, I want it to be worth something. And to grow a business and scale it, you need to operate things in a certain way. So that's what we'll be working on, and you'll be finding out more on Monday. But you'll hear some of it today on the call. I don't want to wait.
That's right.
And keep you in too much suspense. All right, Curtis, I'm turning
it over to you. We'll keep them in some, but yeah, well, to tee it up for starters, yes. So Monday's call will be 2 p.m. Eastern. So I know that you've all already received at least 2 emails about it. So you have 2 emails in your inbox with the link to register. Jed is going to drop the link to register again in the chat field right here. But Jeff, thank you so much. I appreciate everything you built so far. I know that this is a long time coming. This company, this platform. I was in Better. We before we started Better, I was in a financial services company that most of you are very familiar with, and I remember what it was like coming up newly, unlicensed, trying to get my bearings, trying to make my way. Just like probably anyone else when I got into that company. I was doing so for a couple of reasons. One, I like the concept of helping families, out of financial challenges, but also I was trying to help my own family out of a financial challenge. I was really trying to get my bearings. What kind of impact did I want to have as an individual? I remember at the time I was sharing an apartment with my sister. We were both living in Glendale, California at the time. Broke as a joke. My goodness, that was definitely a different kind of time period. But I do remember when I got into it, struggling to get, the license figured out. I don't know if any of you are from California. The Department of Insurance down there isn't exactly the most helpful group in the world. Turns out my license had actually come through about 2.5, 3 weeks before they actually notified me. So it's one of those things where when you're just getting started in something, it can be a challenge. And I think a lot of people in here understand that better helps to solve that challenge. And I also remember when I was going through this as a professional in the financial arena, I was sitting there going, I want to be able to help my client to the best of my ability. But there were so many categories of expenses or debt or taxes, things like that, that let's face it, most companies don't offer any real solutions for that. So when Jeff and I came together a couple years ago, this was a culmination really of a dream that Jeff had, and really the excitement for me that probably if I had had these tools myself in the financial arena back in the day, it would have been a much better journey. I feel like we would have been able to help our clients a little bit better. And I think everyone here probably sees that in the better opportunity. And we couldn't be more excited for this platform to keep evolving and keep maturing. And like Jeff said, we've worked so hard to bring the reality of the field ownership to fruition. That has been a long time coming, and we couldn't be more excited. But at the end of the day, I want you all to keep in the perspective there. Better is something to add to what you're already doing. You are all business professionals. Most of you are likely business professionals, and that's what this is all about. So as part of that, though, we've really expanded what this company is all about. And I'm going to bring on a good friend of mine, Dan Ebert, and he's going to take a couple minutes here and introduce some people who recently have gotten some of their piece of better, their ownership in better. So Dan Ebert, how you doing, my friend?
Curtis, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Great stuff. Um, you know, the things we're doing here at Better, just to let you guys know, is so that you can help and service more people. But every move made from here on out is to add value to that stock certificate that you received. So who wants their stock value to go up? Raise your hand if you got a stock and you actually want it to go up, right? So all these moves that are going to be made is going to increase the value of your stock, which is great. And we need more people that are getting stocks, this year and beyond. So thank you so much, Curtis. That was great. So we got a couple of people that are stock recipients. Both, I would say, there's people that come into organizations that are, they're good. They just do the basics. There's some people that are like really good, and then there's some people that are superstars. Well, these two are both superstars in their respective industries that led them to becoming a part of Better. The first is Lisa Williams. The second is going to be Michael Garcia. They're going to talk to you about how excited they are about receiving their stock and things like that, and what they see moving forward for them and their businesses and their companies within a company here at Better, and what's going to go on from there. So the first person I'm going to bring up, I've known Lisa, 6 or 7 years now. I knew she was a superstar when I first met her. She is, she always says, I'm a recovering corporate executive turned entrepreneur, but she's killing it. She's got the #1 frontline team as far as growth this month. So she's crushing it right now. And Lisa, I'm going to give the floor to you. Okay. Give it up for Lisa Williams.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Such a blessing to be here with y'all. I wanted to share with you, first of all, I did get my stock certificate, 3,475 shares and growing. And Jeff, if you're still on this call, do you want to know what I had when I first became a part of this incredible movement of wealth creators? I like to call us Kingdom Wealth Creators. In my practice company, where I knew many of you, I will tell you what, on my vision board, Jeff, was a trip to one of the prosperity centers with All for One, and it's still on there. So make sure you get me a ticket next time you go, or I will earn my way there. But I'll start with that is, what is your vision for your business? Whatever lens you look at life through, my prayer for you is that you believe there is a higher power that has a good plan for your life, and better gets to be part of it. Like Dan said, we do have a wonderful financial practice that we run. And when I first heard of Better, you better put me on the list there, Jeff.
I
I
will.
actually created a workshop series called Wealth Creators, and we've been running this series now for 13 months. We've had over 2,000 people opt in to come and check out Better. Some of you have been guest speakers. Curtis was a guest speaker last month. And the reason I'm so excited about Better is I was a headhunter for 30 years. I found people jobs for a living, and I recruited in one of the highest paid industries in the world, financial services and technology. And do you want to know what? Of all my clients, you would think these people would be so well set on their financial roadmap, and yet so many of them were still living paycheck to paycheck. Especially when I started my practice of sitting down kneecap to kneecap with families, I was astonished to see how many just needed to make more money. And so I absolutely love the movement to create a wealthier, healthier future. I tell you what, I was in a debt crisis in my life. I released 70,000 in credit card debt by perseverance and a company similar to Prosperity Financial. So I'm a consumer of the product. I believe in it. We just changed our health insurance again. My husband and I are both now full-time entrepreneurs. My husband and I own a recruiting firm and our financial practice. We are rolling it out to all of our clients, our consultants that we work with, and our recruiting. And I tell you what, if you haven't checked out Prosperity Tax yet, holy cow, it is unbelievable. I just sat down with Stephanie from that group. She's helping Paul and I get our books in order. I have a great mentor in my entrepreneurial journey. His name is Alex Stern, and he is the founder of Constant Contact. And he has this saying, think big, act big, and become big. You will become big. So I want to just challenge you all to think big, act big, become big. If your books are not in order, you get to get smart around that with Prosperity Tax. If you need the resources that Better offers, start with yourself, because guess what? I'm in a better position of moral authority because I'm a consumer of everything that I possibly can be when it comes to Better. I'm going to share with you one last thing before I wrap. We had a very dear friend in our lives die on Friday. And he's a prophet, he's a pastor. And there was a lot of talk in the last couple of days about remember when. There's talk about who am I and who am I becoming? And I think those are the worst words that you can possibly use in the English language. Remember when that better thing came along and I didn't jump into it, I didn't embrace it. I never want any of you to say that. So blessings, everybody, in this amazing life journey. Thanks for letting me share. Pass it back to you, Dan.
Lisa, thank you so much. You crushed it as always. And I know what you have in the pipes going on, and with PTA and Clearwater and Prosperity and all these different companies that we do business with. So I would not be surprised if Lisa makes 7 figures this year, just to let you know. So in our Better business, and then she gets—
It's already done, Dan. It's already done.
That's right. Cool. So don't think of this as a little bit extra money. Think of this as a 7 and multi-7 figure per year opportunity for you guys. Okay. If you do it right. The next guy I'm going to bring up, never met him in my life. I brought in somebody to the company who brought in somebody who brought in somebody who brought in somebody that introduced us to Michael. And it was funny because I looked up on a cycle a couple of weeks ago and I called him up. I go, Michael, you made $1,500 today. Congratulations. He goes, I did? I didn't even know. And I go, well, you're gonna know tomorrow when it deposits in your bank account. And Michael's been, in financial services for many, many years as well. Matter of fact, he owns his own IMO. And he knows the value what Better can bring to his business. And when he got a stock certificate, he's like, oh, okay, this is for real, for real. I thought it was for real. Now it's for real, for real. So I want to have Michael share with you a couple things about his experience here and stock certificates and whatnot. So Michael, go for about 5 minutes. The floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, no, thanks, Dan. Yeah, I think it's a funny story, and you guys should know, because I think a lot of times when people have opportunities, they're afraid to share it with people that they might view at a higher level. And luckily, the guy that shared it with me, I don't even think he's with us anymore or what he's doing, but he's not somebody you would necessarily think like, oh, he's going to recruit somebody like higher level, right? And I got connected with Dan. I got connected with a couple other people, and I looked at this thing. I was like, this thing is just too good to like pass up. So sign me up, right? And the reason I say that is because I'm already in financial services. I'm already helping people improve their lives financially, right? And so to me, it's just a tool. I don't even have to like know it. And in fact, I don't know it. I tell people like I don't even know. Like I do have people that can help with debt. That's where the debt referrals. I did that. I know Dan and we did a few Zooms, and I got a bunch of people on the calls, and they signed up, and I don't know, we got like 100 recruits in like a month, right? Something close to that. And then I kind of like backed off, but I integrated it into my practice. So anytime I came across somebody with debt or somebody I thought could use, health insurance, I said, okay, let's share the opportunity. And it was as simple as just saying, hey, I'm not a debt expert, but I see you have a situation here. I have a partner that could potentially help you. Would it make sense to have that conversation? And I just put them in, and it took care of it from there. So I've referred, I've referred some people over to Better, to Prosperity Financial, and I just kind of just been doing it as is. It's not even a big focus. And that's the other thing I liked about it was when you go to recruit somebody, one of the big issues you're going to come across is, well, does it take my time away from what I'm doing? Right? Is it a distraction? And no, it's not. Like literally, it's just a referral. Would it make sense for you to have that conversation, and boom, you're done? It's out of my hands. So a lot of these cases, I didn't follow up on them, or the client would tell me like, oh, it didn't make sense for me, or it didn't make sense for me, and they move forward. And I did see, I think we did some health referrals, and I saw some little commissions come in here and there. And then like Dan text me, and I hadn't even really thought about Better. I hadn't even been recruiting to Better. And he's like, oh, you made $1,500. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, one of your debt settlements came through. I was like, oh, sweet. So I got the stock certificate, and like, it's funny because when it becomes real, or when it's back in that front of your mind, I went and recruited people like immediately, right? And it's crazy how easy this is. We probably have another 20 people coming on board just because I got a stock certificate, right? And it's that easy to spread this, but you just do it, right? And just develop yourself. Keep doing what you're doing, but integrate this into your business, because it's just going to make everything better. No pun intended, or actually it is intended, but yeah, that's all I got to say as far as, it's just too good to pass up. This definitely can add 6 figures, like Dan said, even 7 figures to your business, without changing your business. I think that's the most important part. It's an add-on. It's so easy. You guys don't even see me at trainings. And Dan got me on training saying, hey, you want to speak? And it's because I don't have to learn a whole new product. And when you talk to insurance agents, when you talk to financial advisors, when you talk to CPAs, mortgage loan officers, real estate agents, that's one of their concerns. Is it going to take away from what I'm doing? And no, absolutely not. Just put their name in and say, hey, someone will reach out to you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. Couple heavy hitters right there, already successful in their respective businesses, but know that I told Michael the other day, I go, Michael, wait till you start making more money here, than in your financial practice. He goes, if that happens, man, that would be unbelievable. So good stuff. I'm going to hand it over to our final speaker of the day. You've already heard from him. So he is what we call the chief strategy officer, kind of the chief everything officer here at Better. I know if you saw the amount of hours and time and conversations and meetings this guy's on day in and day out, because I do, because I'm right 2 doors down from him in the office every single day. He's doing so much work that you guys don't even see so that you guys can have a better opportunity, pun intended, and drive your stocks up. We want that piece of paper to be worth money, not just some money, a lot of money. And every move he's making from here on out is going to be for you guys, right? This is a field owned company. So just kind of think of it like that. This is all you. So Curtis, the floor is yours, my friend. Have at it, brother.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you. And Lisa, Michael, so awesome. Lisa, you and I have had a ton of time together. I loved being with your group, the other day. That was really something special. I actually really enjoyed that. Michael, can't wait to meet you in person one of these days, or at least hop on the phone and become more acquainted, because you're exactly the kind of person that we're excited to be helping out within Better. Just like most of you on this call, Better really is dedicated to adding to your business as a professional, whether you're in the financial services industry. It doesn't matter if you're a realtor, mortgage broker, it doesn't matter. The point is, we really, to what you said, Michael, you couldn't have said it better. We're not here to distract. We're here to add on to in the simplest possible way. And I'm going to show you guys a sneak peek of something that you are going to understand in full on Monday, July 1st, 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to show you something that might make this thing just a little bit better, maybe a lot of bit better, and maybe a lot of bit simpler, and something that I feel for a lot of you. Great. Perfect, Jet. Thank you. Jet just threw the registration info in there. This is going to be fun. And I'm sure a lot of you will glean from what I'm going to show you what this is, but I'm just going to show you a little bit of it, and you'll want to see the rest on Monday. This is one of a couple things that are just massive milestones of things that we're changing in Better. Now, change can be scary, and I recognize that, but change can also be amazing. And I would say this is more of an evolution and taking on just this new form, and something that, like Dan said, you're a lot of you, some of you might not be, some of you might not yet have received one of these guys. Maybe you're not yet a shareholder in Better. But here's the great thing. I was answering chats in there because I understand your questions are amazing. They're very valuable. We get it. A lot of you might be hearing about stock certificates and everything and going, but I didn't do anything yet. Damn. Well, guess what? You still have the opportunity to do so this year. So don't worry. Some of you also have, I know some of you have millions out there in employee retention credits that we're just waiting on the darn IRS. And here's the thing. It's all going to come. Don't, there's no certainty. We're dealing with the government, but they just released something 5 days ago that, it looks like it's a pretty good indication that they're just working out a couple of things, and then that money will come out. And guess what? When that does, you will get your hard-earned commissions. And when that happens, you'll get that stock for this year. But again, it's not about what you've done in the past. It's about what you're going to do now. So I'm going to share my screen and show you just a little sneak peek of something that is coming out Monday, along with some of the other pieces that we've been working on very hard. I couldn't be more excited to share some of this with you. And, this might seem, you might be like, but wait, what's the rest? But here is a little sneak peek of a marketing tool that you will be able to use. Obviously there are more details to it, but oh, you know what? I didn't turn on audio because that would have killed all of this buildup that I'm doing. So let's make sure to do that. Okay, so share sound, optimize for video, click. Okay, so Turn off voice isolation. I don't know what this is. Guys, Zoom is getting too complicated. I'm just saying. Okay. Dan, unmute so you can tell me immediately if you hear audio, okay? Sound good? Mr. Ebert,
Yeah, I
give
can
me
hear you.
audio. Okay,
Yeah, I hear
perfect. And then
audio.
let me know if you hear this.
Nope.
Okay. Uh-oh. Folks, why do we not hear that? There's your teaser. Just kidding. Here, let me solve that really quick. Let me find out what is going on. Long and the short of it, folks, what this is going to be is really, really, really substantial for everyone. But if you don't see it, it's not going to feel that substantial right now. Cool. Okay. Apps, no. Basic. Folks, if it doesn't play audio, you'll just get some video. But just know that there's a really great voiceover that goes along with it. So we'll try this one more time. If it doesn't work, oh, I know what's going on. I actually know what it is. Okay.
Our clients. Like
There
this,
we
for
go.
example.
Here.
Take a look
Oh, so
and
you're
click
getting
Move Ahead.
You're getting future parts. Let's restart it. Okay, now you can hear it, right, Dan?
Yep.
Somebody. Yes, perfect. Okay, you're going to get the beginning little section of this.
Hello, and welcome to this brief interactive experience. We think you'll see that the next few minutes will be time very well spent. Better's a platform of partners, services, and tools designed to solve some of the most challenging problems we face today. We've connected small and medium companies alike to unique specialists, resulting in millions in recovered funds. Not to mention, finding reductions of 20 to 25% on some of their largest expenses. Likewise, we've helped families and individuals experience unexpected relief by revealing simple and effective solutions to problems we all face in our health and wealth. And not to brag, but we're pretty darn good at it. Whether it's personal or business, we've been able to implement some pretty impactful changes for our clients. Like this, for example. Take a look and click Move Ahead when you're ready. Great. This technology can customize the next few minutes specifically to you with the answers to just a few quick questions. So let's jump in. First, while you can always come back to explore all that Better has to offer, would you like to see first how we can help you in your personal life or your business?
All right. There we go. That's your little sneak peek. That's all you get. No more. You'll have to wait until Monday. But I know how what I've done so far in Better in terms of the field side. Yeah, sure. I've, Jeff, myself, anyone we've done the backside for sure. But I know the way that some of you will be able to use this. And guys, I'm telling you right now, I wish I could just show you all of it right now and see the amazing rest of it. But you gotta show up on Monday. I don't know what to say. It's just one of those things. So it's, yes, Linda, a game changer. Awesome. So excited. Mike, yes. Bravo. Norman Manalili, Monique, excited with like 3 little flame things. I love it. Yeah, this is going to be so much fun to have as a tool for those of you who, are really ready to take your Better business to the next level. The key word there, though, and I want everyone to listen, okay? The key word is business. This is a business. I will recognize that. Anything that you really put any effort into that is designed to impact positively your clients, but also impact your own finances, you have to treat it like a business. And just like anything, businesses take investing, businesses take learning, businesses take, honestly, always effort of some kind. You have to put a bit of yourself into it to really get the most out of it. Better is a business. Now, Michael, like you said, it might not be the core piece of your business, but some of the things that I think you're going to see on Monday will make your core thing a little jealous of what we got going on in Better. So I'm fired up with everything that we've been working on very hard to make happen here in this really amazing company. But I want you to recognize something. This is only just the beginning of what will feel like quite an amazing journey. I hope that for those of you who still in the future only see it as an add-on to what you're doing, that's completely perfectly okay. In fact, it's its intended purpose. So we want to be the greatest add-on to what your core focus is that's ever existed. We want this to be, for some of you, maybe the most profitable activity you engage in. But at the end of the day, we are depending on you to go out there and treat this like the amazing business that it is. And I love working with you all in Better. I know that I speak for Jeff, I speak for Dan in saying that. I know that probably part of why I love it so much is I've seen a lot of stories come across my desk. I get a lot of emails about amazing successes that clients have had with Clearwater, amazing successes with PFN. Some of our Better reps are working already with Prosperity Tax Advisors to sort out some of their financial issues. Taxes, it's a dirty little word, but also it's probably one of the more confusing areas for most people in this country. There's I would love to actually there's this little clip on Tax. I'm going to find it. So everyone stick around afterwards. I'm going to throw it in there. It's a link to a little YouTube video. It's freaking hilarious, but it showcases how messed up tax is in this country. Tax is messed up. Healthcare is messed up. Debt, messed up areas in this country. These are things that I know everyone on this call knows someone who's suffering in one of those areas and need a little bit of light. They need a little bit of guidance. And I'm so excited for the tools we'll unveil on Monday and some of the changes, because I'm ready for some of you who have been kind of just dipping your toe in the warm water. I'm ready for you to take a true dive in. I'm ready for you to take this business seriously. I'm ready for you to do some absolutely amazing things with Better, because there are some really big problems out there and we need your help to solve them. We cannot solve areas of debt, taxes, healthcare without an absolute army of dedicated individuals. And I know that the 100 plus people on this call right now, you're part of that foundation. And I think Monday is really the springboard that we push this thing to an entirely different level. And I say that with such conviction. And I say that with so much, a little bit of anxiety about, that you'll take it on and you'll really do something amazing with it, but an equal, if not bigger part, excitement. Because I know people like Lisa Williams and Michael Garcia and Pete Alexander, Mike Manid, Zoe Abbott, Justin Priest, Dan Ebert. I know that there are so many of you out there that truly do understand what is special about Better and what's special about some of our partners. And I know that if nothing else, I've got an army standing by my side with this fight that we have with Better, and I couldn't be more excited to do this with you all here. So don't miss Monday. Jet, throw the link in again. I will throw in that tax link because it's freaking hilarious. But I will see you all Monday, July 1st, 2 p.m. Eastern, and it'll be a whole new era of Better. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you, and we will see you there. Have a great week. Have an amazing weekend. See you on Monday.